Welcome back to another restock video. It's been a while since I've done one of these and my pantry is quite low, so I thought I'd show you how and why I store things. I like to use these containers. I'll get more into that in a moment, but why I like using containers is because things like that just don't really stack, especially if they're like half full, like maybe a box you can stack something on top of, kind of, but then you can't really access it. You can't see how much there is in it. This box might be completely full. It might be empty. No idea. But if you have a container, a clear container like this, you can see exactly how much you have. And you can also stack them and still see what's what. And having these containers also allows me to buy things in bulk when they're on sale. Like this rice I bought when it was on sale for half off, and just store that for later. I know I will get questions about my containers, so I'll mention that. I mention it in most videos, but these are from Maple, which is a Dutch company, so I don't know if they're available worldwide, but these are all the Modula series. And I like having these because they're from the same series as you see me use my Sunday Prep Day videos, just a slightly different footprint, but it's all the same footprint. They all share the same lids. So they just come in 4 different heights. So a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4 unit high. So I usually label things on the lid. So say my jasmine rice is only half full, I can decant that into a smaller container and make space for something else. And I label that on the lid so I could just transfer the lid over. And yeah, that's it really. So we'll just get started on decanting some things. So we'll start with some jasmine rice. I don't think I have enough to fill a whole container like this. So I'm gonna take the 2 high one and I'll just start pouring. Oh, and for rice, I labeled it on the lid exactly what kind of rice it is because it's hard to tell the difference sometimes. With things like pasta, the most relevant information is not what kind of pasta it is because I can easily see that. In that case, I'll put on exactly how long to cook it for because different shapes of pasta need the same cooking time. So just have some lids with like 6 minutes, 8 minutes, what have you. So let's get on to some basmati. Oh, again, I only have 1 pack, so I'm not going to use the big container. I'll just use the smaller one. And then for brown rice, I have 2 packets, so I'll use a big container for that. And after I'm done decanting everything, I will give you a tour of my pantry, how I store it all. Then here I have some more basmati, but this is with some wild, some red, and some regular basmati, so a nice array of colors. Here I have some whole wheat noodles. some egg noodles. And then another thing I need to fill up is my salt grinder. So I'll start by filling that. Okay, that is all full up. And then the rest I can just decant in a container. Alright, I have a few more things for the pantry. I'll let you in on a secret. This is about a week after I filmed the previous clips because I picked up a bunch more stuff for the pantry. I just wanted it all in one video, so hence I'm just wearing the same shirt for continuity. But yeah, I have some more of this colorful pasta, and it's actually colored with like spinach, beets, carrot, that kind of stuff. So I forget what it's called, but I have a little bit left of that as well from last time. And since I put that in a container like this, I can just put this on top so the old gets used up first. And then have a little more noodles. So this is udon, this is ramen. So I'm just gonna leave them whole so they're separate, because if I have each out of the packet separately in a container, it takes up a lot of space. And that doesn't need that much space. And then I have some rice noodles. And I have some of these thicker rice noodles, rice sticks. Just like having a bunch of different shapes and styles of pasta and noodles around, just to keep things interesting. And I also have some taco shells. I used up the last recently, so time to restock. And if you put them in a sealable container like this, they don't go stale once you take them out of the plastic. There we go. Now it's time to put everything in the pantry. And as promised, here's a little tour of my pantry. Some of you may have seen it before, but some of you might not have. And we'll just start from the top and go all the way to the bottom. Well, we're not going to start all the way at the top. There's just right up there. There's just some overflow cleaning products, some tissues because it's allergy season, things like that. But in this main area, in that little caddy at the top, I have my smaller items like small cans of lentils, beans, corn, that kind of stuff, some tomato puree, and some canned fish. That's usually what I have up here. This area right here, this shelf is a little more flexible. It kind of depends on what I have in stock at any moment, how that looks. But I have my peanut butters and my different overflow sauces and gochujang, peeled tomatoes, whole tomatoes, chili oil, some spice mixes, that kind of stuff. So that's like a fluid shelf with all the packaged goods of odd sizes. And if we move down one shelf, you'll start seeing some of the organization. So I have these little pull-out caddies on either side. I got these from IKEA when I bought my kitchen like almost 20 years ago now. So I don't think these are in stock anymore, but these are under sink organizers. And they come with one wide one and one small one, a narrow one. I just put the wide ones on one side and the narrow ones on the other, so I had a nice space in the middle. But on this pull-out one, on the top, I have my bread-like products. So I have some low-carb crackers or crisp breads, whatever you call them. But I'm running low actually, but they're on sale this week, so I'll stock that up soon. My taco shells that you saw me fill up earlier, and behind there are things like tortillas, but also because they're the same size, like nori sheets, spring roll wrappers, that kind of stuff. And then at the bottom here, I have all my legumes, the chickpeas, lentils, all different kinds of beans, and I believe back there is also some popcorn, but I don't know the last time I used that. And then on the right hand side, that's just the smaller odds and ends. So I have my overflow spices here, and behind there I have things like honey, dried mushrooms, zero carb rice, that kind of stuff. And at the bottom I have like oils, vinegars, so balsamic vinegar, olive oil, sesame oil, rice vinegar, yuzu vinegar, some spray oil, soy sauce, oyster sauce, Worcestershire sauce, that kind of stuff. And then the middle here, that's mainly things that don't fit anywhere else. Like I have some big jugs of oil that do not fit anywhere else. The same with the bottle of apple cider vinegar that does not fit on that little pull-out shelf. And I have my sugar-free syrups here, or cordial if you're a Brit. And yeah, this space is basically where things live. When I buy my groceries on Saturday, things that I will use within the next couple of days, those will stay here, or things that need to find a more permanent home. Like all the stuff you saw me put away in this video, that was in there until I was ready to put it in containers and film it. And then it went to the level below, which you'll see right now. And this pull-out drawer here, this is my carb drawer or starch drawer. So I have different kinds of rice, jasmine rice, basmati rice, brown rice, risotto, sushi rice, black rice, you name it. And some more grains in this row and a little bit behind there, with like oat rice, mixed grains, couscous, bulgur wheat, quinoa, you know, all that kind of stuff. And over here I have my different kind of noodles, so egg noodles, whole wheat noodles, different shape whole wheat noodles, rice noodles, ramen, udon, all that stuff. And on the right here I have my different kinds of pasta. Too many to name, just a bunch of different shapes. I like having a variety on hand. And if we put this back and go one layer lower, this is probably one of my least used drawers. It's the bottom one. Well, there's one layer below this, but that's just some kitchen gadgets that I don't use very often. But this is my flours, sugars, sweeteners, that kind of stuff. I don't use this very often anymore because that's just too many carbs. But yeah, that just lives down here. And then one more thing to show you, since I mentioned overflow spices. On the inside of this cabinet here, that's where I keep most of my spices. They're ordered alphabetically, and they're just easy to grab. And this is where my containers live when I'm not using them. And if we go to the right over here, there are a few more spices there. On the left were all single spices, and these are spice blends, like curry powder, tandoori, harissa powder, which is one of my favorites lately, you know, all that kind of stuff. So these are mixes, that side is single. So yeah, that was a nice restock and a little tour of my pantry. If you like this kind of content, let me know and I'll try to do them more often. Kind of depends on when I have a big stock up, because I don't tend to run out of things at the same time, so it's usually like incremental. But if I know you like this kind of stuff, I'll try to save that up and do a big stock up again. And yeah, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.